20. Mar, 65. Dearest Suzie, I got that nice long letter you wrote last night and was tickled to death with it. Then today, I got the pictures of you and Brian and Brett. I'm just sorry that you couldn't get me one of Billy, but I'm really happy with the ones that you did send. I just took time out to feed Charlie. The club had pineapple chunks for dessert today, so I got him a cup of that. He loves it. Of course he loves just about everything. I have him tied up by the club, so he never has to do without anything to eat. I was given a chance to take a 3-day pass in Bangkok on the 26th. Since I haven't had a pass in about 3 months, I figured I had better not turn this one down. So I took it. Now I'll have to borrow some money to go, but I need to get away from here for a couple of days. This is something a little different because normally to go to Bangkok or Hong Kong, you have to go for 5 or 7 days, which is too long for me. I was scheduled for R&R next month, and I was going to take it in Saigon, but like I said, over here, you have to take it when you can. By the way, I still have my little black clouds. I'll tell you about them later. I'm relieved to see that you got your bonds cashed with no trouble. On the next bond you get, see if it doesn't say me or you. I think I had them set up that way. Well, I've just about run out of news, and I hate to send you such a short letter after the nice one I got yesterday. So I'll tell you about my latest bad luck, or good luck, whichever way you look at it. Tuesday, I went on my first mission with the Cobras. We found the VC early and proceeded to shoot them up. However, I guess they didn't read the rulebook because they started shooting back. I took a hit that day right through my door. It tore the plastic in my window, and I got my arm sprayed by it, and it burned a little. Nothing serious, though. Wednesday started out real quiet, but about 10 o'clock in the morning, we had an outpost across the river from us, and they called us to help them run off the VC. So we went out there, and there were more of them than we figured, and they had a heck of a lot of machine guns. I flew right over one of them, and without knowing it, I got hit again. This round came up through the floor and missed my foot by less than an inch. We dumped a load of rockets on him and didn't have any more trouble with him. We fought the VC the rest of that day. About 6 o'clock in the evening, we took one more round, and this one did the trick. It hit a fuel line and knocked us out of the sky. We landed on an island in the river, and it happened to belong to the VC, but they didn't shoot at us. Can't blame them because we had about 6 more armed ships right over us waiting and looking for something to shoot at. But it was real rough there for about 20 minutes. We had a rescue ship land right behind us, but we had to get all our guns and radios out of our ship so the VC couldn't get them. And that was how I twisted my ankle again. Running across those rice paddies with an armful of ammo was too much for it. My ankle is much better now, though, and I'm back flying. I don't want to upset you with all this, but it is all over now, and it is quite an experience. I don't want you to get excited about it, because if you do, then I won't tell you any more of my experiences. I love you all very much and miss you. Take care of yourself and the boys for me. All my love. Bill. In this letter, it feels like the war finally closes in. For 2 days straight, Bill's helicopter came under fire. Not just once, but 3 separate times. The first round tore through his door, close enough to hurt his arm, cut up by pieces of the shattered window. The second missed his foot by less than an inch. And the third, that one finally brought him down. Cut through a fuel line and forced him to crash land on a small island controlled by the very enemy he'd been fighting. It's the kind of story that could fill an entire letter, but the kind of moment you'd expect to feel weighty and full of fear. But that's not how Bill tells it. He holds it at a distance, wrapping the most dangerous experience of his deployment in the same steady, matter-of-fact tone he uses to talk about Charlie the monkey or the pineapple chunks he saved for the mess hall. Even when he's describing running across rice paddies with an armful of ammunition, he writes about it like it's just another bad luck story, another little black cloud hanging over his head. What stands out most in this letter isn't what Bill says, it's what he doesn't. There's no mention of fear, no hint of how those 20 minutes stranded behind enemy lines must have felt. Instead, there's a gentle warning tucked in near the end. I don't want to upset you with all this, because if you do, then I won't tell you any more of my experiences. It's a line that says so much more than it seems to on the surface. For months now, these letters have been holding Bill and Suzie together. A thin, fragile thread stretched across half the world. But that thread only works if he keeps writing, and if she keeps reading without letting the fear creep in too deeply. By asking her not to worry, Bill's not just protecting Suzie. He's protecting the letters themselves. He's protecting himself from feeling fear towards the very danger he's experiencing every day. There's a quiet kind of courage in that, in the way he keeps showing up on the page day after day, telling her only what she needs to know. Even now, 60 years later, It's hard not to wonder what he left out. The photo I chose for today depicts the side of an attack helicopter. It has a machine gun wrapped in a tarp, and below that, a rocket tube. The inside of the helicopter is loaded with ammunition and has 2 large machine guns. I'm Alex Lowy, and I hope you have enjoyed listening to this episode of Dearest Suzie and receiving messages from the past that my Popi wrote exactly 60 years ago. I sincerely appreciate your time and interest. Please consider following the podcast on your preferred platform, and if you're enjoying it, I kindly ask that you take the time to rate the show and leave a review. Also, please follow the project on YouTube, X, and Instagram. All likes, comments, shares, and reviews will help grow the reach of this story. The links for these things should be in the description of this episode. Please feel free to email me at dearestsuziepodcast@gmail.com if you have anything you'd like to say. I'd love to chat or to hear about your stories as well. Thank you for listening, and God bless.